Hello, my name is Alexis McCoy, and today I will be discussing the financial and economic impact of Deion Sanders' hire to the Jackson State University football team.
For some, the question may arise, who is Deion Sanders? Well, born on August 9, 1967 in Fort Myers, Florida, by the age of 8, he was competing in organized baseball and football. Sanders was all-state in football, baseball, and basketball, and on the football field, he played cornerback and quarterback. For college, Sanders elected not to venture too far and enrolled in Florida State University, leading the Seminoles baseball club to the College World Series and its football team to the Sugar Bowl. He was selected 5th overall by the Atlanta Falcons in the 1989 NFL Draft, and after 5 seasons with the Falcons, Sanders signed a 1-year deal with the San Francisco 49ers in 1994. For his new team, Deion tied the franchise record with interception returns for the touchdowns, collected Defensive Player of the Year honors, and led the club to a Super Bowl title. He continues to be the only athlete to ever compete in a World Series and a Super Bowl. After his release from the Cowboys in 2000, Sanders signed a new deal with the Washington Redskins, but by the end of the season, Sanders retired. He then proceeded to become an NFL analyst and now is the head coach for the Jackson State University football team.
Jackson State University is a public, historically black college founded in 1877 and is one of the largest HBCUs in the U.S.
This hire is going to have an immense economic impact. Sanders' hire has already created a landslide of positive national press, but that coverage can likely produce proceeds by the way of more fans and more tourists for the metro area. People who come to see Sanders, otherwise known as Coach Prime, will most likely purchase food from the surrounding area. Here's what one of those restaurants had to say.
Iron Horse Grill sits on the edge of the JSU campus, already banking on the increase in business that will come from JSU's home games now.
Anything indirectly that's going to drive traffic to downtown Jackson, we will indirectly see the benefit one way or the other, whether it's at lunch, whether it's at dinner, whether it's to go or catering order.
Speaking with Ricky Thigpen, the president and CEO of Visit Jackson, says a typical JSU football game brings up about $5 to $8 million to Jackson, Mississippi. He proceeded to anticipate Deion Sanders' filling of a lot of those stands, which will allow them to make upwards of $10 to $15 million a game, which will be a win-win for the entire Jackson community.
Between 10,000 and up to 25,000 people attending games. So what happens if the excitement of a new coach, a winning team, we can double, maybe even triple those numbers. The stadium seats 60,000 people, and I would love to get 60,000 people to come and fill those seats and eat in Jackson restaurants and stay in those hotels and also experience the amazing Jackson story.
The Jackson State University's bookstore has already seen an increase in sales, and this is what one of the employees had to say.
The campus bookstore where traffic has increased immensely since the announcement.
This event is super exciting, and we're excited to make all of our merchandise go out to the university. We've had things sell out. The hat that Deion wore today, we've actually sold out this morning. So there are things that he's going to wear and promote for the university and the bookstore.
I also feel as though that the athletic department is going to be greatly affected by this hire, because when you bring in someone like Deion Sanders, who is a professional athlete, and not just any professional athlete, he's renowned all across the United States. When you bring in someone like that who has worked in the NFL, who's now an NFL analytic, who's worked at ESPN, who's worked at different sports centers, when you can bring someone in like that who knows what it's like to be at that top level, what it takes to get to that top level, players are going to want to feed into that. And not just football players, but all sports are going to benefit tremendously across the board and hone in on his teaching skills, his goals, etc. Because at the end of the day, everyone wants to be part of something great. And that's the bottom line. And I feel as though coming to an HBCUs aren't as recognized as other Big Ten schools. So when he chose an HBCU, it's very sentimental and valuable because they don't get the recognition that they deserve.